America's fires and collapse. When the seer had traced the convulsions of Europe, the fury of the bear, and the ruin of the ancient lands, his gaze was carried westward, across the vast seas, to the land of the eagle. Though distant from the fields of Europe, it was not hidden from judgment. He beheld it plainly, and what he saw was not safety but fire. For this nation, mighty in its pride, would be consumed not from without but from within, undone by the flames of its own people, crippled by divisions, and struck by signs in the heavens. He saw its cities engulfed. Streets once filled with the sound of labor and prosperity now shook with the uproar of mobs. Buildings blazed, government halls crumbled into embers, and churches stood desecrated, their sanctuaries mocked, their crosses torn down. Neighbors raged against neighbors, and the symbols of authority were cast down and trampled. The eagle, once proud in its soaring, was wounded, its wings broken, its talons bound. He beheld monuments toppled, flags dragged through the dust, and voices crying out for leaders, yet no leader answered. The land cracked under the weight of its own hatred. And as his eyes were opened wider, he saw another vision interwoven with this burning. Along a river he beheld white horses thrashing and plunging into the current. Their riders were unseen, but their struggle was fierce, as though unseen hands pulled them down into the water. The river frothed red around their hooves, and the horses, once strong and proud, vanished beneath the waves. This image he set alongside the burning of cities, as though the unrest of America was joined to the upheaval of Europe. The white horses signifying nations stripped of their glory, their strength broken in the torrent of chaos. Above the land he then saw a darkness gathering, heavy and suffocating. From it burst streaks of red lightning, fierce and unnatural, splitting the heavens with terror. This was no ordinary storm, but the hand of judgment flashing over a proud land. It cast a crimson glow upon the smoke of cities, as if the skies themselves burned with blood. The cloud did not roll swiftly on. It lingered, pressing down upon the nation with a weight that could not be lifted. Beneath it the people staggered, leaders faltered, and armies hesitated. The spirit of the nation grew faint beneath the weight of silence from heaven. In the visions of the world's great conflict, the seer marked a strange absence. For when Russia advanced and Germany resisted, when England collapsed and South Africa endured, America stood apart. The eagle did not rise in defense, did not stretch forth its wings, did not cry aloud in the battle of nations. Its fleets were idle, its banners lowered, its soldiers scattered. Its silence was not strength but weakness, not choice but chastisement. God himself had bound its wings in the hour of testing, that its boasting might be silenced. Smoke rose from its cities, as if war had swept the land. Yet the seer declared the fires were of its own kindling. Riots, uprisings, betrayal, and corruption were the sparks. He heard a voice cry out, "Your scepter is taken away, your strength is turned into ash." Outern families mourned amid ruins, churches stood hollow, and the land groaned under the weight of blood and flame. What had been exalted as the land of promise became a land of sorrow, its crown fallen into dust. Yet even in this vision of fire and collapse, he was shown a glimmer of hope. Hidden in desolate places, he saw small gatherings kneeling in prayer. Their houses were humble, their garments plain, yet their voices rose like incense in the night. Their prayers pierced the darkness, faint sparks that the storm could not quench. He saw angels encamped about them, guarding them though flames surrounded their cities. They endured in humility, purified by suffering, their witness bright though the nation fell. Thus the seer spoke of the eagle, aflame by its own hands, its glory drowned like white horses in the river, its skies rent by red lightning, its strength brought to nothing. Once exalted, it would be humbled. Once mighty, it would be broken. Once proud, it would be laid low. Yet a remnant endured, their prayers the last light upon the land, a testimony until the end.